I love teaching. It's kind of hard and sucks sometimes. Wake up 5:30 a.m. every day, but it pays off when I see my progress. When I'm going over again a technique that I taught like 2 3 months before, and I can see my English getting better, my teaching skills getting better, like even being hard sometimes during heavy camps. I know long term this is the right thing to do, and I know it's a short period, like it's an hour a day, but I always have students coming over asking me things that are putting me in weird spots, things that I probably don't have the right answer. I need to use my brain to give them a good solution for what they're facing. So it's exercising this side of my mind where I'm rationalizing jiu-jitsu to find the right direction instead of just reacting to jiu-jitsu and find the right direction. So you can film this like from there to here. So first thing you're gonna do, if I got caught and I cannot move around it, if I'm able to high step still, go your work and feel free. It's gonna be easier to move around and just stop there. But if the person has this reverse alahiva, we need to engage. So first thing we're gonna do, we need to find a posture from top. So it's pretty basic. So I have my knee pointing against the hip. I'm gonna start to fight against his top shield. So my work right now is not gonna be beat his reverse alahiva, because if I beat his reverse alahiva, I'm not gonna be controlling his hips completely. So what I want to do, I want to beat this top leg. So I start engaging with my chest against my opponent's shield. So we're gonna play different ways. This one, he has this shield high, so my hand is gonna come and I'm gonna grab his belt like here. So belt, if he doesn't have belt, I just place my hand around the hips, or I grab the pants. So we have those three options. So once I grab here, my other hand comes on the collar, and then now we have a camping method where once I start moving my head forward and sprawling my knee away, I can be having this position. If no one tries to move from here, it's gonna be pretty damn hard because his reversal hip is not useful anymore, and his top shield is stopping me to pass the guard, but at the same time it's being useless for him. If Nolan tries to recover hit the guard from here, I can just maintain position. I sprawl myself away. If you guys see my legs, they're not completely extended, my hips on the ground. I'm kind of floating here. I'm over my Nolan's hips, and then from this position it's gonna be pretty easy for me to walk towards his inside, and then we can do what? Force half guard, just slide knees around. We switch the hand from the belt to this knee tap situation where I'm gonna just drag his knee away, cover with my lat muscle. If no one tries to move from here, I'm bringing his shield back. It's gonna be pretty damn easy for me to stay on top and start building chest to chest. I'm just gonna play with this posture. It's always the best option we have from here. So he caught me in this reversal ahiva, so we start engaging in split squat. So from here, hand goes to the belt, another hand goes around, sorry, collar, another hand goes around, and I also grab the belt, and I start engaging with my upper body, his top shield. So from here, instead of trying maintain position, just cutting my knee against my opponent's hips, I'm gonna start sprawling and dropping my knee on the mat. So when anyone tries to maintain this position and frame me, you can frame me better, yeah, do your job. So it's gonna be pretty hard for him to find a scenario to recover the bottom leg. And really easy for me to walk to the center and then force half guard. Once my knees go around the hips, we are in a good spot. We just tap this knee, we cover with the lat muscle, and you guys can see we are in a very good position to control him from top. Right, let's work, 1, 2. It's kind of tricky teaching class every day because the dynamics a little bit different from when you are filming an instructional video, for example. So when we are recording, we have 10 to 15 minutes for each technique, so we can go over every little key element and concept behind the moves. But here, interestingly, we only have 3 minutes because the way I structure my class are 3 minutes teaching and 5 minutes practicing. The more time my students spend on the mats practicing the techniques I'm trying to teach, they're gonna be able to develop better skills than if they're only watching me doing my thing. So I try to make things quick and as short as possible to deliver the best jiu-jitsu I can, and then make everybody here good at the sport. So people are definitely progressing a lot, and this style of class definitely make keep them excited for the entire week.
because it's an hour, hour and a half every day, and we have 40 minutes techniques because it's five techniques, 8 minutes each, and we have 20 to 25 minutes of specific training mostly of the times, or open round as they're doing today. So I don't allow them to do open rounds every day because I think it's important, of course, but not as useful as it could be if they're just training specific situations. Now we spend more time trying to structure my class and finding gaps on the way I see jiu-jitsu and I transfer jiu-jitsu to people. It's been very very useful because when I'm on the mats, when I'm training, I'm also trying to use my brain to make decisions and read situations. Also, it has a lot of relation with what John does. John, he tries to make everything approachable and understandable for any level. So he has answers for everything. And since I start teaching and I'm trying to replicate what he does by living on his side, of course, every day and watching what he does as well, the way he teaches and etc. So I'm pretty much doing the same in here. Of course, in my levels, I'm not there. Uh, so it's been helpful as well when I'm competing because I feel sharper to pay attention on little things that I never like realized before. Like when I'm facing a situation, I'm not getting escape from some weird spot, or I'm not getting a solution for a good position that I had, and I'm not progressing to any situation, any position. Sorry. Uh, Teaching also definitely helped me to calm down and like split technique. So it's kind of
I
good.
just knee cut when I feel my opponent doesn't have ankles crossed too tight, so the knee cut would be an option to do, like right away. But if I feel my opponent has a very tight and solid ankles crossed, so first thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna start sprawling away like here, moving myself away from Nolan's body, and as you guys can see, I'm splitting the center. So he's still having the side position, but right now it's weak because there's no elbow and knee connected. So from here, the more I sprawl away, the easier it's gonna be to break his ankles crossed, and then we pop up, walk around, and then my work's gonna be, instead of keep my head upstairs and fight against his frames, my work is angle as much as I can, and then bring my head inside to fight against his hips. When no one tries to play guard from here, it's gonna be pretty easy to maintain position because I have my whip grip killing his bottom leg and my head killing his top leg connected to this shoulder pressure. If no one tries to recover his guard, you can do your best. It's not gonna be hard for me at all maintain this position, and you guys know what to do. You bring me first, we cover the hips, and we are ready to go. You guys are not gonna have time to replace hands and camp and elbow inside, so use your head as a camping setup, and once you guys are on the hips, it's gonna be pretty easy to maintain this spot. So again, I was camping here, I weave my opponent's hips and legs, so if his legs are loose and I can knee cut, better, it's shorter, just go there, you guys can see. But when people, the ankles cross and everything's tight, I need to walk backwards like I'm doing now, and once I feel him away, I can extend my leg and break his connection. So now I angle. Once I angle, the more I go upstairs, the more he frames. What I wanna do, I wanna bring my head in here. So if we have this position, even if he brings his knee up like he just did, if he tries to recover the guard, you can do your best. It's not gonna happen. I have so much connection, head and hip and arm around the leg that it's gonna be pretty easy for me. Start pinning him here and then do my work. Knee up or knee inside, as I just showed, and before, they both work really well. So keep the weave, head against the hips, and have solid connection.
Then I'm keeping them towards me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you just pin the hips. Because you're only trying to pin the hips since the beginning. That should be your main focus.
I'm gonna finish in triangle. Nice shot. Which I love teaching, I cannot lie. But I have 10 more years competing, 10 more years teaching. Of course, I'm gonna have my school, but I cannot see myself going there and running the business like full time. I just want to retire and try something new. I've spoken before about my Hollywood plan, but I just want to challenge myself in new things instead of only jiu-jitsu. I know jiu-jitsu is my passion, but my passion is competing. My passion is not make money with jiu-jitsu. My passion is not have recognition by teaching. My passion is the sport, the art. So I love when I do things well, and when I learn jiu-jitsu, and then when I see something I'm doing is kind of perfect. So that is where my passion comes from. And after I retire, everything can change, but I don't see myself coaching at all. Like, I think I'm gonna retire and follow a completely different direction. Jiu-jitsu is here. I'm gonna be working out there, you know.
If I just keep my head high in a long step here, I'm gonna create its connection that no one can frame and pop up. And then we're gonna create a scenario where he's gonna play guard again and I'm not gonna control anything from top. So what I wanna do here, I wanna bring my head as close as I get to his ear and his shoulder. So I'm gonna pop up and bring my head in here. So once I bring my head to this spot, I need to keep my head in this position, and then I'm gonna long step and finish the passing, only thinking about the head. So I need to stabilize myself in here because the hips I'm already beating because his both knees are pointing to the side. So I drop my head there, and then my knee goes to the mat, and then I long step. Once I long step, as you guys can see, we are ear to ear. No one plays, try to play guard from here. It's gonna be so far away, it's not gonna be hard for me. Walk 1, 2 steps, and then start camping inside the hips. When one tries to recover, you guys know the protocol here. We always need to beat the bottom leg, walk a little bit, and then find scenarios where the hips are in control and you're ready to go. So most of the people that you guys watch online doing long steps, they mostly fail because they do not have head position. But if you just keep the head as high as possible, and Tyna, for example, does a good job with that. It's not because he's doing something special, just because his head position is there and people do not play frame. So people literally allow him to come with his head up there, so he just long step and pass. If you guys just keep frames here and there's no head position, even if a long step means nothing, I'm gonna lose. So you guys need to take advantage from the situation where people don't know how to play frames, then long step is a good option. So from here, I control his top leg like here. I place my head on his shoulder, ear to ear. So once I drop my knee and long step back, I walk a little bit more. I build a good angle. If no one tries to follow me, it's not gonna be hard to walk and camp inside his hips. My elbow is controlling everything. My second hand comes. I drag his knee away, and here we are, ready to work. Right? If you guys see, I just built a solid grip here, and by having those two hands controlling the back of my opponent's body, when Nolan tries to extend his legs away and also upper body, like hip thrusting, it's kind of hard and easy for me. Drop my knee on the mat and use this idea of flare elbow to find space so my knees slide around the knees, and then force half guard again. Once we are here, if Nolan tries to spazzy and move around, it's gonna be pretty damn hard. I just need to sit on my ass. If I wanna cross my ankles to be even more solid and heavy, it's fine. I move away from his body, and then I build a connection to the upper body first. So once I build a connection, I can release this grip and then work in conventional ways of half guard. So I do not release this control my opponent's leg until I get some solid connection to upper body, because it's not gonna be enough if he's doing a good job with frames. So we are here. He has shield against the hips, and I'm not getting a good access to the upper body. So what I do, I face his hips right away, I palm my hand inside, and then my arm goes all the way up, and then I make a grip behind his shoulder blade like here. So when no one tries to push me away, it's gonna be kind of hard, and my job is gonna be use my upper body to bend his leg as much as I can and have access to his pants. It's kind of easy, guys. Seems like complicated, but once you guys use this upper body rotation to reach the back of his pants, it's gonna be pretty easy to make a solid grip. And from here, 4 fingers inside, if one tries to extend his leg, there's no way he's gonna go anywhere. So I drop my knee on the ground, I move myself away a little bit to create a little bit of this connection only, and then I flare my elbow. Once I flare my elbow, I'm gonna have enough space to slide myself around his shield, and here we are. So instead of release everything and fight against the upper body, giving him space to hip escape and shield back, so we use this grip, within the grip, we use this grip to maintain position when he tries hip escape and be effective here. Even if I don't have a solid upper body connection, it means nothing. So first I build control, and then second I release my grip and start working from here. If the guy is sideways and you guys need this shoelaces strap, go there. But if the person on bottom is kind of playing a flat type of guard, just slide your knee and force half guard. So the shoelaces strap's not gonna work, okay? Because I saw 2 or 3 people like struggling to get there. If it's kind of flat, just chest against the hips. Keep working. And drop your knee. Yeah. So much easier.
Okay.
Like this is everything you should be looking for.
Time, guys! When I'm coaching people, teaching Jiu Jitsu, of course, I just teach Jiu Jitsu. So I'm completely different than the Meregali competitor. Like, I'm more relaxed, I'm more supportive. My patience is there. I'm passionate teaching Jiu Jitsu. So it's very different from my version when I'm on the mats competing. The aggressive style is not on the mats while I'm teaching at all. Like I'm just a friendly guy, very relaxed, trying to support my students as much as possible, make them great at jiu-jitsu, and give them a good time, because a lot of times they gonna be there to have fun and have 2 hours of pleasure in their days before they start working, because the class is 6:30 a.m. So my job is just give them a good time. A few of them teach jiu-jitsu, a few of them give a good time, and that is the person I am on the mats. It's very close to the person I am on my daily life, but for sure completely different from the guy I am on the mats when I'm competing. The aggressive person, like attacking people all the time, like focus on winning. So that version is not who I am when I'm coaching jiu-jitsu. And it's kind of funny because people think I'm as aggressive as I am on the mats competing while I'm teaching, but it's not even like, it's two different people, you know? And it's kind of funny. For me, it's not like hard to do at all, because I know the reasons I'm there. So I'm building this persona in a way where I can perform well and take the best from myself and deliver to people the best I can. So that's why I have two different personas competing. So this is the way I extract the best from me, my mental strength, my technical skills, and etc. And when I'm on the mats teaching, I know how can I support my students and deliver jiu-jitsu in this best way. That is, my opinion, is being supportive, passionate, and friendly to the people I have around. So there are two different versions, but for sure I was just like, I'm trying to reach this greatest level, you know? And yeah, so we just had this time on my morning class. Julian is following me since what time he got at my place, like 5:40,
Yeah.
5:50. He never woke up that early before, so he's kind of sleep with the camera in his hands, but it's fine, he's doing a good job. And yeah, Thursday, as I said, so today is a lifting day, so I'm heading to the gym. My routine looks like that. So wake up, eat, drink coffee, drive to the gym, teach jiu-jitsu, enjoy time with my students, and now first session of the day, 9 a.m. and here we go. We have this one 9 a.m. and we have another one 4 p.m. And in between, maybe study jiu-jitsu, or after, like solving things, posting things, trying to do business around. That is how my day looks like. So I'm glad we have this YouTube channel right now to share those things, and I hope you guys are enjoying, and maybe I can be supportive to everybody on the channel as well, like sharing jiu-jitsu sometimes, sharing life approaching sometimes, and I just hope everybody's happy. So if you're happy, I'm happy, and everybody's happy. Simple as that. See you, fellas.